option is paper chasing.
I got to be number one, baby. I got to be your number one.
Benji Alistair, welcome to the chat. XO, welcome to the chat. Welcome back. Happy Monday. We're back at the crib. We're back listening to music. We're back giving feedback, which I know some of you guys missed over the weekend. Scala, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. If you want to submit your music, as always, it's exclamation mark submit. If you want to skip the queue, it's exclamation mark skip for the instructions on that front. Just resub Benji Alistair. Let me know the artist name in the chat. I'm also going to make sure we just put this in the Discord really quickly, but I will make sure I get you in the priority queue, bro. I appreciate you, and thank you for being here and sending your music in. Let me know if you guys can hear me properly as well. I do want to make sure that we're not on some crazy audio shit right now. Hey. Turn the camera on. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Happy Monday. What are you guys up to? How's the weekend? What did you do? Let us know in the chat. Hey, we got Benjamin Alistair in the priority queue right now. Again, if you want to subscribe or gift us up, that is a guarantee you'll get played on stream today. Nelly Storm, what's going on? Hit a hike over the weekend. It was nice. How long of a hike did you do? Where did you go? Submitted for Scala and resubscribe to the house. EXO, as soon as I see it popping up, I got you. But I believe you. Hey. Actually, you know what? I'll give you, regardless, I'll give you the Scala one, because he also subscribed over the weekend when we did our Saturday stream, which I appreciate. Shout out to anybody who did come, if you guys came on the Saturday stream as well. Crowd surf for the first time this weekend. I don't know that I could do that. I have to be honest. Crowd surfing does not seem like something that I would be particularly comfortable with. What did I do this weekend? Nadine, welcome back. Nice to see you. Catalina State Park in Arizona, sick trail. That's very beautiful. Look, you are a better man than me. I don't think that I would be out in the world doing much hiking if I'm being completely honest. If anybody is in New York and you want to play soccer too, let me know. I need some players for a winter league starting in January. We got Scala, we got Benjamin Alistair in the priority queue right now. Again, if you guys want to subscribe or gift us up, that is a guarantee you get played on stream today before the end of the stream. But if not, stick around. We'll do a random free bump every 5 priority subscribers, and then we'll do 30 minutes of free bumps towards the end of the stream too, if you guys are still around. If you're in New York, bro, I'd have you come out. Scala said, I watch my lines. Mud stomped the Jaguars. I don't know shit about American football. Saeed, what's going on? Meezy said, I sent you my first shit. Sent you my shit first. What the fuck? What do you mean, Meezy? You did not. Private Party was first today. If you want to send your music in, though, just make sure you hit command submit. If you want to skip the queue, I will explain how that all goes as well. Yeah, please. Oh, let me know if any of your friends want to come play. Because I need both. I need everybody. I need players. I need new players. Did he get a song by Messiah, Samaj, and Clarity? I see this one from Messiah down here, yes. You definitely did not send it to me first, because this is all in chronological order. I can tell you the exact time that you submitted it to. So, don't try and finesse me, alright? No finessing in here. There'll be no finessing. Before I get started, I'll tell you who I am, what I do, and what the whole point of this is. But if you are in the chat, make sure you hit exclamation mark submit if you want to submit your music. And exclamation mark skip if you want to skip the queue. Those are going to be the instructions. As always, if you want to guarantee that you want to get played on stream, guys, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift us up, because that is a guarantee that you'll get played before the end of the stream. You don't have to do that, but if you are one of those people who's like, I need my shit played today, which there are some people in the community who are like that, like I want to play now, I want to play to the beginning of the stream, I don't want to get pushed down the queue. And I will say this pretty consistently throughout the stream, the best way to do that is to subscribe or gift a sub. It will get you bumped up into this priority queue marked in orange. It is a guarantee you'll get played before the end of the stream. If you don't mind and you're down to hang out and take part, Then every 5 of those priority subscriber submissions, or whenever we get done with them, we'll start bumping people up at random using one of my favorite things we do on stream, which is the wheel of names, our spinning wheel. We spin it at random, and it'll pick all of these names from here. I'll put all your names. Anyone who's not an orange will get put in from here before we get to that part of the stream, okay? And then the other thing that could happen is at the end of the stream, we will have free bumps for about 30 minutes. So usually from about 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have 30 minutes of bumping people up for free as in more of a rapid fire mode before the end of the stream. So there are options. This is not just like send me money, you'll get bumped up, you'll get played. There are other ways to get played too. It's just if you want to guarantee it and you want it on your own terms, then the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub, which is free if you have Amazon Prime and costs money if you don't. Boom. All right, that's pretty much how it works. So if you want to do that, you can. If not, you don't have to. Again, I'll give you guys the full rundown of who I am, what I do, and what this is. But if you are in the chat with us, let us know what you got up to this weekend. I don't really think I did all that much, if I'm being honest. There's nothing. Oh, I did a stream on Saturday. I didn't put it on YouTube because it was fine. And I want to fix some of the things about it. But we did a stream. We watched a bunch of interviews with artists that I did recently at a music conference for our first Kayvan's House live event. So keep your eyes open for more of those next year. There's definitely going to be more interviews that are coming down the line, more video interviews. I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can get guests on stream, so guest curators, guest A&Rs to come and listen and give feedback to the music we're listening to as well. And then there'll also be, hopefully, some in real life versions of the stream. So instead of us just doing this over the internet, we're getting people together, getting into the studio, and giving feedback in real time, in real life with you guys. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. If you don't follow us on the Kayvan's House page on Instagram yet, I would highly recommend doing that. Boom, this is what it is. This is where we're making all of our content to highlight artists in the community and beyond the community as well. So if you have new releases coming out, you can drop it in our release calendar. And we were just talking about that, Toby. It was beautiful to see J-Mac performing at Flognaw this weekend. Because it's mad fucking cool, bro. Like, considering we found him in here in 2019, to see where he's at now, 3 years later, that's the most beautiful shit, and it's really why we do this. So make sure you submit music if you're in it. 9 said, been going crazy on TikTok content for my debut single that you played last week and got a... Hey, that's fucking tight. Congratulations. That is harder and harder to do these days. So like I said, new music to this playlist every Friday. You can submit your music for that as soon as you have it scheduled on DSPs. There's also the songs I found in the comments series where you can actually just go comment your music in this video, and I will listen to the songs every week. I'll save my favorites every week, and then I'll come back and I'll make content about them. All right, it'll go in a playlist and all that good shit. New Music Friday playlist, like I said. If you have questions for me that you want me to make a whole video about, you can do that. I do have a whole Ask Me Questions Q&A based series. It's new. I'm trying it out. And then submit your music for stream here, and you might get included in the songs we found on Twitch playlist and content. If you send in Spotify links, you are immediately more in the running for this than if you don't send a Spotify link. So keep that in mind when you submit music. So yeah, we got a bunch of series, a bunch of playlists that I work on and things that I do to try and support you guys here in the community. Our community playlist will be updating either this week or next week. That is closed for now, but keep your eyes open in the Discord to see if there's an opportunity for you to submit for that. That'll pop up again in December because we'll do another community playlist before the end of the year, okay? So, we've got options. There's ways that I support you guys, and there's ways that I'm looking to support people in the community, but this is one of the best ways that you can send your music in. So again, if you want to submit your music, !submit. It will take your submissions to this lovely spreadsheet right here. And if you want to skip the queue, subscribing and gifting a sub is the best way to guarantee you get played on stream today. All right. Kid Spyro, yes, you do have a stream skip. You do. I've been holding this spot for you, so I'm gonna put you right here, bro. So if you are in the chat, there's really only one rule in here, and this is the one rule that I will keep you all to before. If you don't keep to this rule, I'm gonna be a dick about it. So just keep this in mind while we're doing the stream. Please be respectful of each other when you are giving feedback, which we do want. We want you to give feedback on other people's music as well. So if you are in the chat, let us know what you think of the songs as we're listening to them. The only rule is to please just be respectful of each other, and if I catch you being disrespectful, we're all going to turn on you and be disrespectful, and that just is what it is, okay? Beyond that, that's it. We're going to have fun. We're going to listen to music. I'll be pulling up socials as we go. So if you hear something that you like or you see something that you think is fire, make sure you let us know in the chat, and also make sure you go follow the artists, okay? That's it. For everybody who's new in here, who am I? What do I do? I'll give you the quick rundown really quickly. So my name is Kayvan. I am a A&R. I'm the director of A&R at Genius Distro, which is Genius's distro company. Yes, that Genius. I know a lot of people don't know we have a distro company, but that's just because that's how we do things. So I've been at Genius for like the last 8 years. I've done Verified, Deconstructed, Open Mic. It's like basically every video series that we've done, I've been behind the camera for, asking questions and booking the artists for. And then I've worked on content strategy, live events, and all kinds of stuff too. So these are some of the artists that we've signed on the distro side. My name isn't J-Mac, we were just talking about, who played Camp Flogno this weekend. Super exciting for him. But Bray, we found here. Leia the Leo, we found here. CCBK, we found here. Leia's actually on tour with Mariah Carey right now too. Antone, we found in here. Serena, we found in here. She just got back off of tour with Luna L. She did 3 stops: Toronto, New York, and London, which is really fire. Overcast, who just ended up producing for Drake last year. Angelo Moda, who just dropped a new song on Friday. Win. Ashoka Win just got co-signed by fucking a bunch of people on the internet as well. So look, all that to say, we've been working hard. From my side, I also manage artists. I've been distributing music now for a couple years. I produce music. I've been an artist myself. So this is like a really long-standing thing. I've been working on music for like 10 plus years in the music industry and just trying to figure out how to make this all work independently and with very few budgets. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them. But what we do here is listen to music, give feedback, and hopefully help artists develop over time. Like I said, I've signed artists from this stream. I've definitely playlisted and supported a lot of artists from this stream as well. So this really is a way for me to find and support new artists and figure out ways that I can just, help at all. A lot of people are going to charge you for everything. I don't charge you for most things. It's really just if you want to guarantee you get played, and that's because people ask for it. So that's it. A couple new things. Obviously, you can go follow us on socials right here. KayvanMD, Kayvan's House. Those are my 2 personals. And then if you are an artist and you're looking for a new distribution partner, or you're looking for a new place where you can distribute your own music and be independent, we do have a new code here, KH. You'll get 3 months of free distro with 2 Lost. Shout out to 2 Lost, my partners. On the Genius distro side and also on the management side, you will see me doing some content with their clients as well in 2025. So keep your eyes open. And if you need distro, highly recommend going to check out 2 Lost. They're my favorite personally. Obviously, my experience is different than other people's experiences will be, but I highly recommend because their tools and their back end are next level, and I think beautiful. Okay, so all that to say, let's get into the music. We're gonna get feedback now. I'll be saving songs in playlists, and like I said, in 5 priority subscriber submissions, we will do our first free bump of the evening. If you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub, and that is that. All right, Kid Spyro up first. We've been holding on to this one for a couple weeks. This one's called I Can't Breathe. He's actually out of Australia, so if you are in the chat, let us know where you're watching from as well. It's always fun for me to figure out where you guys are in the world. But this one is coming out of Australia.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Whoa.
And I think he said a very different sound for him as well. But I do like this already. Got Arizona in the chat. Kid Spyro, 2 eyes. Did you like the Spyro video games? I feel like I asked you this once before. We got the Valley out in California.
I can't breathe.
Hey.
I can't breathe. Whoa. Hey, bitch, I'm smoking weed by the kilo. Green like CeeLo.
I do like this a lot. We got Chicago in the chat.
But you know she don't even keep it low key. I was
Spyro ripped
it under my mama couch. Yeah, I had a gun.
Was that actually called Ripto's Revenge?
What you say, cause you broke and turned to Mickey Mouse. We turn the roaches while we creeping through your fucking house.
Ripto's Rage, that one?
Party. I won't even let them on my tracks. I'm an introvert. Little bro got a big stick.
What is this picture?
Wanna get rich, then you better.
What is that picture, bro? What is this knockoff Spyro right here? Oh, Stoke-on-Trent. Shout out to Stoke-on-Trent. I haven't been to Stoke in a minute, bro. It's been too long.
I was running up the block. Ah, shit. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I maybe wish that instead of breaking down right there in that part of the song, it built a little bit more and then climaxed a little bit more towards the end. That's maybe it. That's a very subjective thing too, because it's like more about the arrangement than anything. I really like that. I think the mix sounds really good. All the layering and the balance feels really good. I do wish that it built a little bit more towards the end of this song, though, because it feels like it should build a little bit more. That's about it. What up, Justice? We got Brooklyn in the chat. Yeah, big up Stoke for real, man. I had to come back out there and get some oat cakes. I might add a really, really wet reverb on the last word before the hook comes back in. That'd be fire too. I think just a little bit more variation in the arrangement than anything, because it's pretty like stripped down and not too crazy like complicated for most of the song. But part of me feels like it should have one of those like Tyler the Creator ass like synth builds towards the end, because it's already a pretty synthy song. You know what I mean? I do know oatcakes. My cousin used to work at Castle Oatcake specifically. Newcastle, and so I've had Castle oatcakes a lot in my life. A cheesy oatcake with beans is a fucking that's a very like Stoke-on-Trent thing specifically. Some more aggressive since at the end would be 6, says Maddie Storm. Yeah, I think that's it for me, Ruri. Clown Depot, let me know what your artist name is in the chat, and then Cutie, I think it's just K.UTIE, right? If it's not, let me know. But that would be it, and it's really like more of a suggestion than anything. Bailey submitted a scout. Can't beat an okay so sticky. It's the most stokey thing ever, bro. Like quite literally. And for the other, if you don't know what oat cakes are, it's essentially a crepe, but like an oat version of that. Here, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. This is not that. That's not an oat cake. None of these are oat cakes, really. This is an oat cake. It's almost like a pancake. You know what I mean? Was it fire though? Yeah, I really like the style of the song a lot. Like I said, like everything about the song I really enjoyed. But yeah, picture one of these, some fucking Heinz baked beans on them shits, little cheddar cheese on top. Yum. Sorry, I got so off topic. We're gonna get off topic here. Kid Spyro, Kid, Two Eyes, Spyro, out of Australia. I really like the style of the song a lot. I like the melody, the hook. Give me more of that for sure, 100%. Never done the style. For never having done the style before, I would double down and say I like it even more. Clown Depot's hungry. Clown Depot, where are you from? Do you know what oatcakes are? All right, this is Benjamin Allister with What You Want up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're gonna keep moving. Again, if you want to submit your music at any point, !submit. Oh, Seattle. I'm gonna be in the Pacific Northwest all of December in Vancouver, and I'm very excited to be back out there. This is Benjamin Allister with What You Want. Let us know what you think in the chat. Out of Arizona. Immediately saved it. Just very cool house raps. The thing is, bro, like, if you just keep on this, you will make a huge electronic fan base. It's a party, says Scala. Okay House, says Maddie. It's very good. Nadine says I love the beat. I also love the beat. But the vocal fits with it really well as well. You know, sometimes people will rap on top of house shit and it just doesn't make sense. Vocal fits really well. I'm also enjoying the chords. Clown Depot says this is great. I'm enjoying the chords. Produced by Vidinin? It's definitely in the pocket. Not forced at all. 9 Furry says I need this. Cutie, if you got a second one for us, let us know. If you want me to bump you up one more spot, I can also do that. Either way is fine. Songs like this don't need to be complicated. I'm super into it. We added to the songs we found on Twitch playlist pretty much immediately. It's just got me moving right now. It's a little too warm in this room for me to be moving like this, but I'm enjoying it. If you guys are rocking with this one, shout out to you, Benjamin. Benjamin Allister on Instagram with an _at the end. It does hit a nice club bounce heartbeat. Great PM. It's a really good tempo for sure. I don't even know what you done did. But the vocals smooth. Like, that's my thing with like house raps. Is sometimes the vocals don't feel smooth and they don't feel like they fit. In this instance, they feel like they fit so well. It's like a perfect match. Great job on this one, man. Probably one of my favorite ones that I've heard from you in that house space. Outside of Late Night. Like Late Night and that one to me are probably the peak of your like house raps. Benjamin Allister _ on Instagram. Again, out of Arizona. We got Scala up next. For anybody who's in the chat who just joined us, if you want to submit your music, !submit. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub will get you bumped into that priority queue marked in orange. All right, Scala says Danger Zone's officially released today and featured in a film called Fatal Dispatch, currently on Tubi. Congratulations to you on the Tubi sync placement. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of those recently, which is kind of cool. I'm all for more independent film and independent sync, so, you know, shout out to that and whoever's doing that stuff, man. All right, Danger Zone, Scala, up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Scala is a super, super talented artist. Producer as well, right? And songwriter out of the Detroit area. So let us know what you think on this one. A little bit of a quiet master to start.
We in the race.
But just on the piano.
We'll be first to the finish. We gon' make it to Guinness cause we record breaking.
Co-produced this one.
I got something to prove.
Oh,
I gotta
oh.
show you.
Love the vocal layers. I do wish the piano was maybe a touch louder.
It's a little secret. How long can we keep
It's a real soft piano. Vocal vibrato is so nice. It is perfectly done. I usually tell people not to record vibrato, but when you can do it right and it sounds right and it's mixed right, I can't complain. It says, okay, vocals, period. Yeah, this is going straight in the playlist. Yeah, I think that's that piano sound though, because I've used that on the production side before too. And it's one of those pianos that sounds really far away and always feels a little quiet. There's not a ton you can do about it. I would just cut it up a bit, that's all. The song feels like it comes from a pre-oiled. What does pre-oiled mean? Top line is fantastic, I agree. Getting big Tank vibes. Shout out to Tank, bro. I'm a Tank fan over here. Reminds me of Sir a little bit as well, I think. The song is oily. I like that. I've never heard that described that way before. Tank's a genius. I got to interview Tank one time and I was so excited about it. And I ended up on his Instagram story and I thought that was one of the coolest things ever. Sir and John Legend says Nadine. What's cool though is the runs don't feel like either of those people at the same time. The vocal tone gives me like nods to someone specifically, but I really can't put my finger on who it is. Kind of Blast, kind of not. Yeah, I fuck with this a lot, bro. This is really cool. If you like this, make sure you go follow Scala. You might want to fix your Instagram just on there. But is this right? It's Scala. Is this the right Scala? What's this person's gram? I'm trying to figure it out right now. Is that right? It is right. Scala Fengwei. Is that right? Did I say that right? I might have butchered that. That song was called Danger Zone, though. Loved it. Really, truly, my only feedback is that the piano could have been a bit louder on that. But other than that, man, very, very well done. Great songwriting. Great vocal performance. Really loved all the layers vocally that you did. Like, to me, that's probably one of the standout pieces. And then the runs, the actual like execution of it was already good. All right, we got Toby up next, bro. Toby is a longtime community member, and I'm a fan of his music. I can't say that I'm not. We've gotten a lot of different styles of music from Toby. He's kind of hit alt pop, he's hit alt rap, he's hit alt hip hop, he's hit really like a little bit of everything. A lot of pop stuff too. So this is something new from him. He says, currently working for a sync licensing company based in LA. Oh, I would love to tap in with the artists from the stream about submitting their catalog for TV, film sync. Hit me about that as well, because I would love to learn a little bit more about that myself, Toby. But this is Toby with Freeze, produced by Reef Boy. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, Scala's fire, bro. Let's go Scala. All caps, I agree. Jacques. Bonjour. I don't know if you're French or not, but bonjour either way. Cutie, let me know if you want to bump up your song one more spot, or if you have a second song you want to submit. You can submit a second one if you want to. Ooh, Toby. Reggie B. Funny. Oh, you got a new TikTok account name as well. Clown Diva says that voice is angelic. Yeah, this is really, really solid out the gate. Toby makes great social media content also, so you gotta get in there also. And just take notes on making social media content from this dude, because he does a very, very good job of it. Toby, this is one of my favorite ones I've heard from you, in all honesty. Reminds me of some Childish Gambino stuff. Is it It's Toby season still? It's Toby season on Instagram. Great job. This one was produced by Reef Boy. Really great bounce on this. I'm here for Dancy Toby, bro. Give me more Dancy Toby music in 2025. I'm not upset. Not one bit. I don't know that I really have any notes on this at all. I really like the mix on it. I really like the feeling of the overall thing. I think your vocal performance is really solid on this one. It's probably my favorite that I've heard from you. Maybe some like ad-libs, some distant like super reverby ad-libs in the background, just to have these moments where it kind of pops. Like some more of that like yell, like almost like a hey. You know what I mean? Like some of that kind of like literally just energy pieces, like nothing more than that. But super, just like super wet reverby, like in the background type shit. Really fire though. I like this one a lot. Exo says I need these in my Serato, Benji Alistair, and Toby season. You do. You need them both. What up, Don Boots? That was Freeze, produced by Reef Boy. Sorry. It's Toby season on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Literally so solid, bro. You did an amazing job of that. I'm assuming that the A&R is Boombox Apocalypse, which is sync stuff. So we'll talk about that some more, Toby. And if I can share it with the community, I'm happy to share it if you guys are looking for submissions on stuff. All right, Leno Prod up next. Tomorrow is a Better Day, track 15, the last track on my album, Till I Land. Produced by Leno Prod. This features the artists Ant Deck and Elias Clay. This is produced by me, David S. Park, and Timo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Well, I want to know more about it, so you're going to have to tell me more. You're going to have to send me a little brief. Tell me about the business. And I'll see if I can share, bro. Oh, of course, man. Love that one from you. Definitely one of my favorite sounds that I've heard from you. This is Leno Prod with Tomorrow's a Better Day. Leno, you got to submit for my friend Drew's shit. He just started a playlist series specifically for Filipino artists that you should submit for. Here, I'll show you. Justice, let me know the artist name in the chat.
Okay, I get you chip like I'm Frito-Lay. I know you scared, it's gonna be okay.
Okay, if you already know Drew, great. Yeah, it's Drew from the Digilogue.
I'm gonna give you reason just to celebrate.
Hey.
I know that you sacrificed and paid away. I'll buy you a house so you can relocate. Wanna see
this Drew, just in case you didn't know.
Live my life free like I don't know what it costs, yeah. How you hate on me, I could never know the cost.
This one specifically, bro.
You the one that call the shots, yeah. Put my faith in God, so I'm never feeling lost, yeah. I could never listen to
this one's really cool too, bro.
Giving out advice when you never been the
boss, yeah. I've said this a couple times now. I'm really fucking with everything that I've heard from this project. So if you haven't listened to it, it's called Till I Land. It's by Leno Prod. And yeah, I've got like literally 6 songs from this album saved so far out of 15, and they're the ones that he sent me on stream. So every time I've listened to a song from this project, I've ended up either saving it in my playlist or just saving it in my library, which is pretty telling. In all, like I don't do that for a lot of projects. I gotta be honest. Got our first free bump of the evening coming up again. If you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub, and that'll get you bumped into our priority queue. Oh, Jacques, are you Persian also? Persigian? It's a very Persian name you got there.
One thing about me, get up early in the morning. And as I reflect, I'm deeply of the world, that lightly in my songs.
I love the sung parts of this too. Manifesting a bump today. I like that you're manifesting that. I wish that for you too. Free bumps. Let's check the rhyme. Look, free bumps for everybody. We're giving out free bumps today. Check the rhyme. I've got a song dropping from Schloob this week officially through Genius Distro that I can't wait to share with you. It'll be my second to last release of the year. I might have one more drop in December, but I'm not sure yet. I don't want to drop it in December. This part's awesome, bro. Yeah, shout out to Elias Clay. Beautiful job on this angelic moment that's happening. Seth Gnarly, what's up, my dude? This is incredible, said Maddie Storm. Yeah, what a way to finish the project. Tomorrow is a better day. We're not done yet. Really, really cool outro for a project. I'm learning all of these harmonies right now. I love it. Great vocal arrangement. Solid 4-minute song. Love the like last minute of the outro as well, but just a great song, dude. Truly, like this whole project, I'm really excited about what I've heard from you on this project, in all honesty. Like 15 tracks is real solid to have saved so many of them. And that's not even including Black Leather Babes, which I already know that I like as well. So let's make it 7 out of 15. I need to go listen to the other ones. I know I keep saying it, but I have to. The track record is too good. All right, first free bump of the evening. Who's it going to be? I'm manifesting for Maddie Storm also. Yeah, bro, great job. Oh, is it going to be Nadine? Look at that. Nadine El Ruby. You are our first free bump of the evening. Kind of exciting, honestly. Totally unmixed, straight out of the studio. Would love your feedback. Look at that. I hope this was uploaded early enough where I can play it. Put your weight down. Let us know what you think in the chat. Vibes Lanos is Benji Alistair. I agree. Don't worry, we've got more free bumps coming up later on in the stream. Make sure you guys stick around. And as always, if you want to get bumped into our priority queue marked in orange, subscribing and gifting a sub is the best way to guarantee it. Oh. Nadine El Ruby on Instagram. What studio did you record this at? Yeah, let's go. Love the sung parts. The sung parts. Oh, fuck yeah. Shout out to Empire. Doing a great job for the EMEA market right now. Super smooth, says Manic Storm. Benji says, I'm digging this. Says, oh, this is the homie I met on the radio show. Hey, love to see that. That New York community is strong. Sounds great even for not mixed, in all honesty. Benji says soothing. Trapboard says smooth. Who produced this also? Now, this is really cool. Tay Melody says this is dope. With on those random hi-hats that scratch on my brain. 2 German guys. Look, guys, don't sleep on the European producers. They do kill it.
Call it love, don't call it trust. We was lost until we wasn't. Now it's looking like this.
Don Boot says this is dope. Torky and 21 produced this. Leno says vocals and BGVs are nice. The whole thing feels really good. I don't really have too much feedback on this. German producers fly, they're great with melodies too. Collab with several producers in Europe. Look, you got to. People forget that the world of music is way bigger than just the US, I think, a lot of times. And there's a whole world of musicians out there. I don't think it's like too monotonous. There are moments where like I would maybe switch up the melody a little bit. But at the same time, I think it also kind of adds to the vibe. It's not that it's monotonous, it's more that it's just like really chill. You know what I mean? Isn't that Danger Zone joint is all body roll vibes, says Justice Amore. Yeah, it's not long enough where it's like, oh, this like the more monotonous delivery style is like too repetitive. If you were gonna do anything, I would maybe add some variation into the melodies at times, maybe in the second verse. But I think the hook is great the way it is. I like the background vocals. I don't know that I would change too much about it, more than just adding maybe more layers to kind of add that variation as you go throughout the song. I think once you get into the second section, like after 130, that's maybe when I'd start thinking about making some changes in this verse right here. But that's, again, like, I don't know that if you didn't do it, that it would be like the biggest deal. You know what I mean? Like, for me, like, I would tell you if it would like felt like, oh, this feels like it's just kind of dragging on all the way. It didn't really felt like it dragged at all, and that's kind of the thing that I try to listen for with melody and honestly with rhythm. Like, if it gets to a point where it feels like, oh, something needs to change, then I'll say something. But I don't know that I necessarily felt that way while I was listening to it. There wasn't really a moment that like caught my ear of being like, this needs to change. There was maybe a second of being like, you could add more variation if you want to before you said it, but it like was such a passing thought that I just literally didn't say it out loud because it wasn't something that I felt needed to be said necessarily. So that's all, you know, like, all of this to say, you could, you don't have to. Maddie said, of course, I was singing along. I think it'd be kind of pretty, I think. Also, yeah, a harmony like a fifth above at the end maybe is a good idea also. You know what I mean? I don't think you need to do too much crazy shit to that. Like, if anything, it's small details, like a little bit here and there. Come hang out on Twitch. You'll be able to do all, like, everything's more fun on Twitch. All right, we've got our next run of 4 priority subscriber submissions right now, but if anybody else subscribes, we'll put it in there. If not, we'll get into free bumps after it. Fuck it, why not? We're just chilling today. All the Pretty Girls by Cutie. I think you put this on my Instagram earlier today too, and it was my first time seeing something. So make sure you put it in my songs we found on Twitch or songs we found in the comments content as well. What up, Caratile? Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, cool. Oh, this is really cool. I don't know that this is what I expected at all. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is kind of tight. Scholar says this is hard, all caps. It's kind of hard, right? Wait, the video's on YouTube. Hold on, we're gonna go. I saved it in the playlist already, but just because the video's on YouTube, I kind of want to go see this. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go look for this. We're gonna watch the video. I want to know what the visual treatment looks like for this one. Let us know what you think in the chat. Super nostalgic vibes. I agree. Low-key, the mix on YouTube sounds a bit better too. Spotify doing that thing. Cool. Maybe the kick is slightly too loud in the mix. Maybe. Like, if you guys just joined us in the chat, make sure you submit your music by hitting !submit. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing and gifting a sub will get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. Get Cutie on Instagram. This is pretty cool. Vocal mix could maybe be a little bit smoother at times. Just smoothed out. I love how vampy this like music video is. Like, it just feels like very, and I think that is a theme that comes in later, but I think the glow, like the overall color treatment of it and like the glow of this feels very vampy. Yeah, my biggest note is the kick. I feel like the 808 kind of thumpy kick doesn't really fit with the rest of the production, especially with this more like analog life bass line. So that's maybe the only thing that I would have changed, is just like the kick sound and the mix on the kick. That's all. That's all I got. Smoothing out the vocal mix a little bit. Hook's gonna live in my head for a while, yeah. Vocal here is giving me like Jesse Reyes pop-up. There's moments of it being so perfect and moments where I'm like, the mix on it could be a little bit cleaner. Clown Diva says, this is by far the most impressive spread of artists I've ever seen on a music feedback stream. Get used to that, so I promise you, you will not be disappointed in him. It might need that harmony in there if it's not in there too, though. Love the vocal harmonies on this. One of my favorite parts is the vocal stacking. Well, vampy. Which it did give, honestly, like throughout a lot of the visual representation of it, so I fuck with this. Pretty cool. Creatively, just a very good job overall, I think, done on this. Literally, my biggest note is on that kick, and the kick just being a bit loud. Everything else I can live with. I think the kick is the only thing that kind of muddies up the mix sometimes and makes it not quite as clean as it could be. Music video is very cool. I like the overall feeling of this song and the melodies and everything. For me, the only thing that I would give feedback on is probably that mix, specifically on the kick and the way that it sits in the rest of the mix as well. Get Cutie on Instagram. Overall, really cool though. I definitely saved that to the playlist, and I'll be coming back tomorrow to consider it for content. Scout up next. Hi, I've been enjoying writing for fun lately, and even though I'm doing it for fun, I'd still like to get better. I call this a rap song, but my delivery is a little lacking, so it kind of comes across as spoken word poetry. That's fine. Delivery is a thing we talk about a lot here, and it is something you just have to practice and do more of, and it'll improve over time. I worry I'm getting too difficult to understand with my lyrics because I try to cram them full of a lot of, okay. Well, I will definitely talk about that. Please let me know how you feel about the themes of the song and what you're able to get from it, okay? All right, Scout. The new Whack, words by Scout, beat by Engine. Let us know what you think in the chat.
A sordid storyteller sells you more than lore, affording them a portion of attention, hungry for important torrents of affection, pouring forth.
You did bar up, you weren't lying.
Invention is the mother of the whores on television. Any anecdote you hear is smoke and mirrors planted thoroughly. They plan it down to details such as clothes and jewelry. The planet only knows the parts of you chose to show for free. It goes to show the owners of the boat will never rock with you and me.
I'm not mad at this.
Tales, fake men solve no quarrels.
It's a little niche.
Spinning made up morals. Watch them lose their tails.
Especially like when I think about the overall sound and delivery style. Like, there are people who will really love this. There are people who maybe won't love it as much. I'm not mad at the delivery.
This can set you free. No, I don't know you, and yeah, you don't know me.
I kind of like the delivery. I think the delivery maybe adds something to it personally.
Same for all these fucking fake entertainers. Watch me make a bunch of money filling amphitheaters. Observe me whine about the fame and call me Bo the creator. People starving in the streets.
I don't think that it's like not understandable, like lyrically, right? Like, it's complex, but I do think that the people who care about that will appreciate it.
Wish upon a star because we're not really there. Dead men tell no tales.
Delivery at times could be a little smoother. You did say that though.
Made up morals. Watch them lose their tails. Cut their ropes, then flee because they don't know you, and now you don't know me.
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Tell no tales, fake men solve no quarrels. Watch them call their sails, spinning made-up morals. And if all else fails, this can set you free.
Look, if you've ever heard any of the music that I've made in the last like 3 years on this stream at all, a lot of the things that I write are in that kind of same vein of being like very heady. Like, we're talking about capitalism, and we're talking about like the pitfalls of it and how shitty it is. So to me, I don't think that there was anything too complex in it. I really like the topics of everything myself because it just speaks to me. So I do think for the people who are into that and care about that, they'll also get it. But at the same time, I do think the things that could improve are delivery. So keep working on the delivery part of it. I think it's just finding your voice. Though I would lean into the thing that you're doing already. I'm not mad at it. I think the phrasing could shift a bit or the sample could glitch a bit or something, but it's definitely got something. It's got something. Like, I've listened to a lot of rappers like who kind of are in that world and in that space, just even from a sound perspective, where it's like a little bit more spoken word. It doesn't feel as like, you know, you're not putting on like one, don't put on an accent. If you're a rapper, don't do it. Use your natural voice. So I like that part of it. It feels like a very natural voice kind of approach. And it does feel maybe a little bit more like indie rap than anything. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of leans towards this like indie and hip hop mixture, which I think we've heard, especially in the blog era. So I'm not really like upset about anything that I hear there. I think lyrically it was really strong and the writing was really great. But if there's anything, it's just kind of dialing in the delivery, making it more nuanced to be like you, right, and like your style. But I would keep doing it, bro. I would just keep working at it. I would keep making songs like in that style, keep using that delivery tone, and just keep figuring out how to dial it down even more. That's it. But I think that's just that's the point, is finding your voice too. So like you're on the way to it. You know what I mean? Justice Samari, what would Justice do? Or sorry, what's next? Up next, let us know what you think in the chat. We have a couple more priority subscribers to get into. Well, really one, but if you do want to get into our priority subscriber queue, subscribe and get the sub, and that'll get you bumped into it. All right. Question: did we not do one for you the other day? I just want to make sure that we're being fair. And I could have sworn we did one recently. Yeah, on the 11th. Kev, what's up, my dude? Gotta show this Friday with Primo Rice at SOBs. Kev, what's going on, bro? You got a song for me tonight? Bro, how did I not run into you at Digitalog Days? Did we? Did I talk to you? I did talk to you. I did meet you.
Ain't taking these orders yet, cause music ain't feeding my daughter yet. Felt like I was important, cause I got it cheaper when bro was important.
Are you sure? Put one in, bro. We don't have a crazy queue tonight.
Play my role and believe. Invested it all in the dream. Be prepared when it go to extreme.
This is hard. The only thing that I would maybe point to is delivery. Tone. I do feel at times it feels like you're pushing your voice just a little too much. And that could just be the more melodic aspect to this delivery. No. I see that you're in there. Just like, we did a free bump for the sub thing like the other day, which is like literally a week ago. That's all. So I don't know if do you have another one? Have you banked a bunch that you haven't used? I'm just not sure. I'm just asking on that front. That's all. I just want to make sure that I'm like being fair to the one bump a month for an automatic resub rule. So if you have banked ones that you haven't used, I'll give it to you. But I just want to make sure that I'm, you know what I mean? That's it. Shelby Ruger up next. 106 and Drive demo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, I think for me on that last one, really quickly before we move on from Justice, the thing that I would say is just like, I want to hear you push your voice a little bit less at times and lean more into that natural kind of like tone. And if that is it, then, you know, ignore me. But I feel like that's maybe the only thing I heard on that one specifically, is like, it felt like at times it was just like in a weird, we call it like a lot of vocals, we have a break, right? Which is like a point where you just like your voice switches from being like chest and like diaphragmatic to being head voice, which is like falsetto. And that in between is always where a vocal feels pushed. And because it was more of a melodic song, I feel like we were maybe hitting that break a little bit or close to that break. So I would suggest either bringing it down just like an octave or whatever, or bringing it down pitch wise so that it fits into your natural kind of like range a little bit easier, or just do more falsetto. It's like just in a weird space in your voice. And I think that's the only thing that I would say about that one. That's all. 106 and Drive, Real Shelby Rugo. You guys are going to love this. I already know you're going to love it. I don't even have to ask. Go follow if you were rocking with that one from Justice, though. This is our last priority subscriber submission right now. Though if Kev gets one in, we'll bump Kev's up. And if anybody else wants to subscribe or gift us up, that'll get you bumped into a priority queue marked in orange. You don't have to do that. That is just if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, all right?
106 and I'm driving, all insurance that I'm hiding. Deep inside.
Maybe slightly less reverb delay on this vocal. That's it.
Don't know if it'll shine or fade. Can't decide. I feel like a mutant.
It's really beautiful. I'm a big Shelby Ruga fan, just overall.
I'm about to lose it. But
I just think maybe just a little bit less wet on the reverb delay for me. Slightly. At least on the lead vocal. Maybe not on the background vocals, but on the lead. I would cut it down there. Crossstream got you in the priority queue.
I can't let go. I can't let go.
As always, vocal arrangement, runs, harmony is just top 2.
Is it really that I miss you?
That was never the damn issue. Why'd you have to leave a space? It feels that I can't.
Great landing page as well.
I'm knowing that it wasn't
Again, Real
love,
Shelby Ruger on
but
Instagram.
I'm
Make sure you go
feeling
follow.
like it
Killing it right
was.
now. Doing an
I know
amazing
that
job.
it's compliments. Maybe we had too much distance. I feel better if you kiss it. Tell me that you really miss it. I know that I'm delusional, but it's the
I love the
only
subtle
way
organ in the background too. It's mixed in really, really well with the
keep my
instrumentation.
sanity. 'Cause I can't let go.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I can't let go. I can't let go.
Okay, so the thing that I would say about the mix on this part, make this part of the mix more of a moment than it is. Everything's kind of washed out. The guitar is loud, but I want to hear everything hit you like a wall of sound as soon as that moment happens in the drop. That's probably the only thing that I really hear that could improve. Outside of that, like, I think your vocal performance is amazing. You could, like I said, you could dial back the delay and reverb just a touch on the lead vocal. I would leave it on the background vocals because it sounds really nice there. Nine Free says it's raining, I got a blunt, and this is just perfect to go with it. It's so beautiful. I do think, though, in that moment where everything drops in, if you can really get that part of the mix to be, like, a little bit more aggressive, especially on the drums and those other sections, I think that's what it needs there in that moment. That's it. Strings are gorgeous. It's just this moment right here I think could be bigger.
Maybe we had too much distance.
Because everything kind of stays the same. The electric comes in, but I feel like it needs to be more of a, like, drop moment than it is. Strings are stunning, gorgeously written. Cisco, if you submitted a song, the queue is not long, actually. We are at the end of our priority subscriber queue. We've got 2 more songs in it. We've got a free bump coming up in a second using the spinning wheel, because that's what we do also every 5 priority subscriber submissions. But if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe a gift to sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. That is a guarantee you'll get played. But if not, stick around. We're going to do a bunch of free bumps today because we don't have a super long sub queue. So we'll do free bumps usually in about 30 minutes from now. We'll just start bumping people up from the chat for free. But if we get through this priority queue, which we will in the next like 10 minutes, then maybe we do more of that. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out as we go. But there's options is basically what it is, all right? Corshireen up next. If you like French House, you're going to fuck with this artist. If you like Daft Punk, if you like Justice, you're going to fuck with this guy. Corshireen, great producer, really great vibes all over. It's 9-4? Okay, thank you for correcting me on that, because I would be saying it wrong forever. This shit feels so good, bro. Nothing to say about this other than I really love it. I love the vocoder shit too. Manny Stone says into this. Like if you like I said, if you like Daft Punk, which most people in the UK do, hard not to like this. Exo says another boutique vibe for my playlist. Hi Sizzle, what's going on? This shit is so chill, man. Like they gotta put you in all the video games. Kev says, ooh, that lead. The bass line. I love the bass line. It's so dreamy, bro. Musically, like, you just kill it. Nah, I'm all for everything. I'll listen to everything. No request. We are genreless in here. We like all music. Gareth says jazz class. Yeah, I can hear that. The improv is top tier in this instrumentation. I'm vibing the fuck out right now. I like this a lot. Hey. Yeah, let's get some W's in the chat if you guys are fucking with this one. We got a free bump coming up next from the submission forum. Who's it gonna be? I love this. Most complete song I've probably written. It feels the most polished, I have to be honest. Of everything we've listened to, like, it feels the most polished, and, that obviously makes sense because this is the most complete song I've written. Lots of W's, lots of fire emojis. The guys are fucking with this one in the chat. I like this one too. If you are rocking with it, Corserine3000 on Instagram. Look at these beautifully organized session files. It's nice to see you posting more social media content too. One of the things you could look at doing next is maybe doing like a overlay where you're like up in the corner here while you're running through these session files, so that people can get a like look at you as well. I feel like I could hit Tyler as a feature. That'd be cool. Dance Dance Revolution type. I'm trying to score high. Like just having you like literally like bumping around in the corner. You don't even have to do that much. You can just be up there in the corner in a little window. I feel like if you add that, it's just one more step and one more layer towards getting like social media content where people can connect with you as a person and as a producer as well. But it is nice to see you posting more and getting more of these previews out of music. That is something that I love. What up, Tyler? We're live on Twitch right now giving music feedback to a bunch of independent artists and emerging artists. So if you want to send music in, feel free to send music in. There's a free submission form in the bio. This is my way of connecting with artists and listening to new music. Joe Farwick, what's going on? Those house hats. Lots of great stuff in that one from Corserine at Corserine3000. All right, who's it going to be? Our next free bump, Maddie Storm. I'm manifesting for you also. We've still got an hour left, so if you want to send music in, make sure you hit the link in my bio, submit using the Google form, or if you're here on the chat, hit ! Submit. And if you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. Kevo is getting bumped up this time. And his note just says, keep going, which I agree with. Keep going. No one stop. This is Breathe. Let us know what you think in the chat. I don't know much about Kevo because he hasn't got much in his bio. I know that 808 came in hard, though. In a good way, but also maybe much more than everything else.
I can't breathe without you. Follow my knee without you. Girl, we in this shit together. I can't leave without you.
Kevo for real.
Don't go. Why do love feel like I know.
So melodically, I like it. I do think the timing could be maybe a little bit more on, especially with the production style. Definitely need more social media content from this artist as well. Kev says this is vibey. It is vibey. I think for me, the only reason that I wouldn't playlist this is because there is so much music in this space, and it doesn't necessarily catch my ear and stand out immediately. That's not me trying to be rude. I just think, like, I say this to a lot of artists who make music in this space. There is so much music in this space and in this style right now. It's really got to stand out. Kev Speaker says I would like some more vocal variety. Yeah, I can hear that for sure. The very busy space is so hard to stand out in Siskera. I would agree with that too. Drive files are okay, but I would prefer if you could send it on Dropbox or SoundCloud, so that I'm not going to download it, and if it doesn't work, then I'm not gonna, like, I'll ask you to resubmit. So if you can submit it somewhere where I can play it on the browser, that would be better. Just like higher tones or flow switches kept to be true. Yeah, for sure. I would agree some switch ups in the flow and the melody as well, because it does get a little repetitive once you get about a minute and 32 minutes in. It's not impossible, it's just very difficult. And that's even to say that, like, some of the stuff that does stand out in this space doesn't stand out particularly because it's good or better than anyone else. It's just a different thing behind it. These type of songs need dope music videos from what I've seen, says 9-4. Yeah, 100%. You absolutely need a visual to go along with this to, like, really stand out, and it has to be the right video director as well, I think. It's just an oversaturated space. So the only reason that I wouldn't playlist this is that, basically, you know what I mean? A little bit more variation, I think, in the vocal performance, delivery, and the melody wouldn't hurt, and would help it stand out a little bit more. But I do agree with 9-4's note. These types of songs need dope music videos from what I've seen. That is the most true thing that you could say about this space in hip-hop right now. It needs a dope visual. And not just like a visual that's like everyone else's visuals too, because then you'll just kind of be in the same thing. Definitely a very competitive space. So that's maybe the only thing I would say. And it's not the only subgenre of hip-hop or music that I feel that way about. So just know you'll hear me say that a lot. Oh, shit. Joe Farwick, let me know the artist name in the chat. We got Kev Speaks Truth up next. And then you'll be next in the priority queue, okay? Michael Brindley, thank you for sending in. Come join us on Twitch. All right, this is Life from My Subconscious by Kev Speaks Truth. Shout out to my guy, Kev, bro. He's out there working hard. Been working hard out in Florida. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always. We got more music coming up. We got a lot of submissions in here. Again, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream, subscribe and gifting a sub is the best way to guarantee it. I love the album artwork on this, Kev. This is also a vibe over. Do you produce this one yourself? Yeah. I love this like more sung psychedelic sound from you overall. It's been like a really just fun space to hear you creating. Very ethereal. I agree with you, Dedrick Dean. Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. Make sure you tap in. Produced, mixed, and mastered by Kev as well. If you are looking for engineering work, make sure you hit Kev up. I wish there was like maybe a little bit more of a higher frequency in the sub. Because this song's almost like funk in a way, like it feels kind of funky. I wish the bass line was maybe a little bit more of like a funk toned bass, not necessarily like a funk rhythmic bass. Does that make sense? Oh, Crushing, I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Make sure you send it to me when you do it as well. You can just submit again, bro. And if we get to it, you just tell me which the right one is, and I got you. It's not that strict on that front end. And if you guys did just join us, make sure you submit your music. Exclamation mark submit if you want to skip the queue. Subscribe and gift to sub, and that'll get you bumped up into the priority queue. 428 is a bit long, Kev. I think you knew that I would say that, though. If this is not a single, then I'm not really that upset about it. It looks like it's a cut. It's a cut from the EP. Love the drum break on the rap part. Again, Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. I definitely feel the sub was a bitch when it came time to it. It always is. It always is. I said Kayvan says you have a lot. It's endlessly positive, encouraging, and chat lovely, so I do talk a lot. The reason that I talk a lot, though, is that I'm sitting in this room on my own, and if I don't talk, then I'm just sitting in silence. And then I get, like, freaked out that I'm like, oh, like, these guys are gonna be fucking bored if I just sit here and don't say anything. I'm not like Kai Cenat. I'm not that entertaining. Wanted to kind of fit that psychedelic fever dream kind of vibe. I mean, it fits that, for sure. If I was having a fever dream and this was playing, I would be chirping the fuck out. We'll leave it at that. Now, the drum breaks are really nice on it. Truly, my only note is just on that sub. I kind of wish, like, maybe wish it was more distorted, more saturated on the sub, and that's it. If you brought out Bill Nye on a stream, that would be like, that'd be fucking cool. I don't think Bill Nye who knows who I am. He did speak at my graduation from high school, though, so that was kind of cool. That's the extent of my Bill Nye lore. Michael Brindley, what's going on, bro? We're chilling. How are you? We got Joe Farwick up next, and if anybody else wants to get in that priority queue, make sure you subscribe or gift a sub. If not, probably, we'll do some random bumps from the submission form using the spinny wheel, probably, and do it that way. Why not? Really, really great job on the drum breaks. Like, I think overall, it's put together really well. Again, the only feedback that I really have is just more so on that sub sound and just the way that it fits in the rest of the song. That's it. You know what I mean? That's not a crazy note either. I would have that note for quite a lot of people, quite honestly. Just subs and bass is like the thing that's always hard, I think, for a lot of people. So, good job. Joe Farwick, up next. What do we got from you today, Joe? Self-produced and me on vocals. This is called Conversations. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Who am I? And what am I? Say.
Oh.
Say, hey, girl.
Oh.
What you wanted from me?
I like this.
You're not the same girl when know
By Joe
you're
Farwick
with
on Instagram.
me. Say, hey, girl, what you wanted from me? It's all so complicated.
This is pretty solid, bro. Offer up.
Say, conversation.
I'm glad that the drums went this way.
Complicated time. You're on my mind.
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Complicated. Swallow my heart. And you're on my mind. Say, hey, girl.
Oh, Can't Speak Truth says this is fire. Yeah, I like this one a lot, man.
Conversations coming from a different dream. Yeah. Hey, girl. What you wanted from me?
I would maybe just build out more vocal tracks. That's it. Maddie Storm says already feeling this. Self-produced is great. Yeah, I think the only thing that I would say is add more vocal layers throughout every section of this song. Tone is really great. Lead vocal is really great. I think it's just building out those additional details in the background. More background vocals, more like harmonies, ad-libs, just those little details in the background to kind of fill out the space. That's really it. Overall, I really do like this one. The falsetto is really nice. The melody is really nice. Conversations by Joe Farwick is the song. At by Joe Farwick is the Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Yeah, I really don't have too much feedback on that. I think the songwriting was really solid too. It's mostly just about kind of building out more of those vocal layers and just making it more of like a complete, well-rounded thing. That's it. All right, this one's another one from Scout. Last song I submitted was lacking delivery. This one's delivered differently, but I'm not sure if it's closer or farther from what I should be aiming for. All right, we're going to listen to it. We're going to check it out. We're going to let you know what we think. This is Mood FM by Scout Young. And I don't know, I liked the last delivery. I don't want you to feel like that last delivery wasn't solid, bro. It's just dialing it in and finding the voice, but I do think that I liked the last one, so we'll see on this one too.
You're listening to Mood FM, the only radio station that exclusively...
I will say this one's got a very long intro already. That's maybe the thing I would cut on this, is the intro.
Rough and stupid kids are stupid and clammy in the back row, cutting through the skin.
I like the delivery on the other one more.
Act low, foolish shit will prove to slow the cash grow. That's so. Pass TV remote and watch the
It stands out more than this one.
I don't really mean to be an asshole, keen to reconvene with broken parties free of hassle.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with this one. I just think like if I'm listening to the other song and I'm listening to this and I'm purely thinking about the way that the voice catches me or stands out in comparison to everything else that I hear in the hip hop space, the other delivery style stands out more to me and is more unique and catches the ear a little bit more because it's so like niche. Like it just, I think it appeals a little bit differently. This feels a little bit more like generic rap voice and could be anyone, whereas I feel like the other delivery style and tone that you use that we listen to me at least, just caught my attention a little bit more and was a little bit more unique and I think just unique to you as well. So I think that's for me why I lean that way. I don't know if anybody else in the chat feels differently, but for me, I kind of preferred the previous delivery style that I heard from you today because I just think it caught my attention more immediately. And there was something, I don't know, there was something nice about it. So, that's just my take. Feel free to do what you want. But I do think that on the previous song, like the delivery style really caught my attention and caught my ear. All right, Live Strings and Harp by Sarah Kawhi. Maya Unagi up next. What up, Newman from North Carolina? I also feel like the other one had a better mix, said Kev. Hey, that's absolutely not a bad note at all. Yes, we are still taking submissions. If you want to submit, !submit. If you want to skip the queue and get bumped into our priority queue marked in orange, subscribing or gifting a sub will get you bumped up. It is a guarantee you get played before the end of the stream. It's like an obvious note in hindsight. No, it's not even that it's an obvious note, and that's why we do the stream too, is so you guys can ask these kind of questions and just get like fresh ears on things, because like we listen to music so much, especially in the process of making it. It's like you'll listen to the song like 100 fucking times. Sometimes it's hard to like really like separate and be like, you know what? This is it. This is every bounce of this song, huh? 24/11/07 has to be the one. This is Stumbling by Maya Unagi. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got live harp added in here and strings. Let us know what you think in the chat. Maya's so fire, bro. Great musician. Love the harp edition. At Maya Unagi on Instagram. You know I fuck with the music so hard, bro. Definitely, Mo. Definitely send music in. Look, that's what we're here for. This sounds so good. The harp is dreamy. EXO says beautiful voice. Also an amazing composer. Did she write all the instrumental parts of this? Beautiful string arrangement.
Over and over again to get it right.
If anything, louder. That's it. Strings louder. Vocal louder. Harp could be a little quieter. That's it. I think it's just leveling now. You know what I mean? Like, I do think the leveling on this mix could be maybe a little bit different. Oh, it's not mixed yet. Well, then that's fine. Ignore me. Entirely ignore me. Day Melody says, wow. Maddie Stone says, really beautiful.
I'm still improvising.
It is beautiful. I mean, it is like beautifully done.
On the corner of promise and fear.
You can resubmit it with the video, Tittle.
Greener pastures. You're starving for answers. If you listen close, you'll hear whispers in the breeze.
My Unagi on Instagram. This is so good. 4:11. It's a bit long, but I mean, I'm curious to see where it goes in the next minute and a half before I say it's too long. Yeah, I feel like for this kind of song, the length is solid. With the tempo too, like this 4 minutes will feel much shorter just because of the tempo of the song. Whenever I produce anything that's in this tempo, it always ends up being like 4 minutes. Yeah.
You'll find your way back home. Hey, young thing, I see you stumbling.
Nah, it's already beautiful. Joyce Rice tone to the voice says bedroom's music.
To get it right.
Dedrick says it's raining where I'm at and this is soundtracking the mood perfectly. You're just having a great time tonight. That's like the second song that's been perfect for you outside. Kind of reminds me of Khadija Bonet instrumentalist is Maddie Storm. All right, Kasha. I mean, you could end it at 3:30. The instrumental outro is really nice.
While time may be on your side,
but if you were gonna cut any time off, you could probably cut out some of the outro for the single version. Maybe leave the outro in for the album version. If anything, I don't know that that's necessarily like it's not necessary. You know what I mean? Like you could if you were like dying to cut some time off, I would say yeah, you maybe don't need the outro. It wraps up really nicely at 3:30. But at the same time, am I dying on that hill if it's me, like getting it on the management side and you send it through and you're like, what do you think of length? Probably not. Like if I was listening to that fresh as no one's asked me what I think about length or anything like that, I'm probably just going to be like, no, this sounds amazing. Let's run it the way it is. But yeah, like if you were in a space where you're like, no, I need to cut it down. Like I have to cut it down. Maybe cut the outro. That's it. Oh, we're going to do a free bump up next. Again, if you do want to guarantee you get played on stream, though, best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That is a guarantee you'll get played. But if you don't want to do that, make sure you submit your music anyway, because I'm going to spin the wheel a couple of times. We've got about 15 minutes before we start bumping people up from the chat for free, so stick around. We'll definitely get into another section where we make a queue and just start bumping people up and listening to new music for you being in the chat. But in the meantime, let's do a couple random ones, and then if you guys do want to subscribe or gift a sub, we'll put you in the queue. You'll be next. Boom. That's how that works, all right? ES Venny, I don't know if I'm saying that right. We've definitely listened to that music before. This is City Girl. If you don't, let us know what you think in the chat. This is out of Toronto. I know I've listened to this artist before. EXO, let me know the artist name. We'll make sure they're next, okay? Hey. I remember listening to this artist. ES Venny, IASVENI on Instagram. I remember liking the last song we listened to too. It was definitely in this like Afrobeat kind of vibe. Very Toronto sound, if we're being real. Scala's got a second one in here though, so if you got a second song you want to play for Scala, I have no problem. Hey. Whoa. Now this is fun. I like this. I could have sworn I saw another Scala one in here. You can also give it to somebody in the chat if you want to, but Maddie Storm says this is sick. This has got a really, really nice bounce to it. Submit another Scala song. Submit another song. Whatever you want. Give it to somebody in the chat. It's up to you. Nadine Ruby says fire. I feel like you will fuck with this artist too. Out of Toronto, ISVeni. IASVENI. Also, Nadine, you already fuck with Mayu Nagi too, who we were just listening to a second ago. Fate from Mars, what's going on? Newman 10 Steps, this is hard. It is hard. I like this a lot. 248 is nice, short and sweet. You do not have to apologize at all. I get phone calls on stream sometimes, but I do just ignore them because I'm obviously running the stream. Hi Sizzle, you are welcome. This shit is fire. Did I say the name right? Kev says in the gym and this is hidden. What are you doing in the gym right now, bro? You better be working out. You better not be just sitting there on the machines taking up space. Ice Vinny. Okay, thank you for correcting me. Ice Vinny. IASVENI. It's just a fucking vibe. I like this one a lot. And also, I think the thing that I remember... Oh, treadmill. Nice. I felt like the last time we listened to the artist, the thing that I commented on was the mix, and this one feels way more polished. Everything about it just feels really well balanced. The vocals cut through in a really nice way. The beat's good. If anything, maybe some more variation in the production as the song moves, but I think at the same time, it's just so fun to listen to. I'm not even really that pressed about it. All right. Oh, no Scala. So I guess we'll just give this... Fuck it. We'll do another random one. Why not? We're here. We're doing random ones. XO, thanks for the sub anyway. I appreciate it. Who's it gonna be? Charlie Noir? Don Boots. It's your time. We've got Charlie Noir up next. Also out of Toronto? Is that correct? That is correct, right? Got the SoundCloud link this time. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is Charlie Noir. Turn me up. Yeah, you can still give it to somebody if you want. You want to give it to Maddie Storm? Maddie Storm has been here waiting. It is late in England right now, too. Turn me up, baby. All right, cool. What's the band's name again? When the sky fall into darkness, can't believe what light on. Also out of Toronto. Is it? You already told me, but I can't remember. Moss Side Sonic Club, we got it. This actually sounds and feels really good. I'm not mad at this at all. Charlie Noir on Instagram. For all the Toronto mans in here, make sure you tap in as well. Oh, don't worry. Make sure you join the Discord. I'll put all of the socials, links to the socials in the Discord once we get done today, okay? But definitely, drop top walk. I'll fuck with that energy. Alan says this needs a music video for sure. Turn me up, baby. This calm down crazy. When the sky really solid hook on this one. Can you leave a light on? Turn me up. Yeah, I know it's 12:19 in the UK. Where's everybody watching from right now? We got a couple answers earlier. But if you're in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to find out where you guys are at in the world. We are about 10 minutes out from just bumping people up from the chat for free, so pay attention, and we'll do another bump queue very shortly. All right. We got Florida, we got the Bay, we got Bay Area, California in the chat. Oh, I get a couple of you guys out in the bay today. Salt Lake City. Oh, cool. Where in North Carolina you at, Newman? Washington Heights.
Had a vision of me winning, had to walk through hell. God got me out, shit on the devil in
Chicago.
Turn me up, baby.
I love the Bay. I've never been to the Bay, but I think I would like it. I'm not a big SoCal person, but I really feel like I would like NorCal. Raleigh. Oh shit, my parents live in Cary. Shout out to you. Kev says love Raleigh. I can't say the same, but it's always nice when I get people from North Carolina in there. I'm here to cultivate the scene as much as I can in the city, but man, do I not really love being there that much. That says something of the Bay. I know. I need a reason to get out there. I need someone to pay for my flight. I need someone to pay for my flight and my hotels when I get out there, bro. Got Boston Big Mass in the chat. This is Charlie Noir. Tell me up. I like this one a lot, bro. This one's a vibe. Let me know when this one comes out. I'll definitely make sure I put this in the playlist. The one thing that I will say about Raleigh that I do love and that my wife is a fan of too is Char Grill. Because Char Grill fucking slaps. And I can't wait to come home, quite literally, just to get some Char Grill in North Carolina. That's probably the only thing that I'm really actually excited about getting when I come home. I mean, I'll see my parents, obviously, as well, and see my friends. But other than those things, eating Char Grill is next on the list. It was 10 out of 10 for sure, said Dedrick Dean. Yeah, 100%. We got Moss Side Sauna Club up next. Woozy guitars, digitally distorted production, and a morbid sense of humor. The Carpenters on SSRIs. Fleetwood Mac at the Kink Orgy. Hope you enjoy. That is a sick description of this band. Yeah, I do. Moss Side Sauna Club. I do want to see the video. And the song's called Freak. Nah, Sam Jones and Raleigh, best barbecue ever. Is it really? I'm gonna have to go check that out then. Fuck it, I'll go check it out. All right, this has to be it right here. Official music video. Love the video treatment already. Very Blair Witch. Great voice, great voice. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, cookout. 5 entrees for $5. Let's go, bro. This is awesome. I love this. It's going in the playlist once we get through the video as well. Again, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, best thing you can do is subscribe, gift a sub. That queue closes in 7 minutes, so if you want to do it now, now's the time. When we get to 7:30, it's free bumps for the rest of the stream. You mix this too? Great job. This is actually so sick. Wait, do you know Asian Blonde? Have we introduced you guys yet? Because they're also from Stoke. And they live in London now, but one of the guys, Will Reed, I feel like you guys would really, like, fuck with each other. I don't know if we talked about this before or not. This is so cool. I'm going to put up his socials for you because you need to follow one of these guys. Because he also plays guitar, but I feel like he's a producer as well. I just feel like you guys will mesh. This is so fucking sick, though. Amazing job on this. Very different from most of the stuff coming out of the Northwest in the UK. That's fair. This sounds great, too. Yo. This is so good. This might be my favorite song we've heard tonight. Alt scene and SLC would eat this shit up, most definitely, myself included. I love this. The mix is so interesting, too, and engaging. No, it's really great. You did an amazing job on this. Reminds me of so many bands I love. Steve Poppy says this is pretty damn cool. 10 out of 10 says Kev Speaks True. Melodically, it's great. Arrangement is great. The mix is really cool. 3-piece band is hard to make sound really great, I think, but you guys have done a great job of making it sound good. Yeah, I love the scream. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect amount of polish and rawness, says Kev. I would agree with that, too. This video is also so sick. Shout out to whoever did this video. I love everything about this. There's not a single thing I would change. Distortion on the vocal sounds awesome. Like everything about that felt great, sounded great. Moss Side Sauna Club on Spotify. That song's called Freak. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my playlist. I want to put it in more playlists. Give me as many reasons as I can to support that as possible. moss.side.sauna.club on Instagram. Visuals all look amazing too. Okay, so the guys that I was talking about, just for you. Asian X Blonde is the duo. They haven't put music out in a while, but they are both from Stoke, and they moved to London for school. And Will is also a producer as well. But they make like alt pop stuff. I feel like you guys would get along just because he does a lot of guitar stuff himself as well, and he's producing a lot of stuff that's maybe feels a little bit more like alt rock, alt pop kind of things. But this is them. They do great visuals. Will is this little half Asian kid. He's the Asian one in Asian Blonde. But yeah, both of them are from Stoke, which is like this. How many artists do you know from Stoke, Rudy? Like, like not to shit on Stoke, but like I've been going there since I was like 13 years old, and I have to be honest, it does not seem like the home of musical artists as much as now. I found like 3 artists from Stoke, and I'm like, oh, that's sick. At Will_Reed is the guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, you got this pottery, and there's like other shit. There's a lot of people who want to play football. But like, I've never really heard of the music scene in Stoke being a thing. Anyway, very cool. Moss Side Sauna Club. I fucking love that. Definitely one of my favorite ones we've heard tonight. Yeah, amazing visual, amazing sonically. Just like everything is really great. Ruby J is Clash from Stoke. Only like 17. Okay, I didn't know that either. So I'm gonna have to check out Ruby J, I guess, as well in the future. All right, let's do another random one. And then after we play this random one, maybe we'll do bumps up from the chat for free for the rest of the stream. You can resubmit if you want to submit more music and you've already been in here, or if you've already been played. Feel free to submit more music. KayvanMD up next. And like I said, we'll do some free bumps from the chat after we get through this one. So I guess for everybody who's in here, this is how the next part will work. So if you are in the chat, put your artist name in while we're listening to this song. I'll pull up and make a secondary queue. We'll go through everybody's songs, that, you know, as many as we can get through before the end of the stream in 30 minutes. And I'll try and, you know, listen to as much of the song. It might not be the entire song all the way through, but as much of it as we can. This is KayvanMD up next. Let us know what you think. This is some real. We're going to watch this video, but I'm going to build this queue. So put your artist name in the chat right now if you want to get bumped up for free. That's what we're doing for the rest of the stream. And you can do that, you know, if you want to. I guess you don't have to if you don't want to, but... Oh, you do have to have submitted in the Google form, because Life of Saeed, I literally don't see your name in here, so you have to make sure you submit in the form. If you haven't submitted in the form, you can't get bumped up. That's just how that works. Is the artist name It's Life? It's still not in there, bro. You gotta submit in the Google form. Oh, I see. I see Life. I got it. No, you good. I just want to make sure I get it. I wish I could go back, spend some time, show my people how far a nigga done climb. Yeah, I know. I can't press me by, like keep pushing forward. Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing that I would say about this one is that the delivery could improve a little bit, I think, just rhythmically. Maybe just a little bit more energy in the delivery. There's moments that I do like, and I think tonally, like the actual like voice sounds pretty good. It's just when you get into the lower, or not the lower, like the lower pace delivery, like the slower delivery, it gets a little offbeat at times. And that's always going to be something that I hear and will kind of take me out of the song. I just want more. I don't see yours in the submission for. Oh, no, there it is. Nah, we haven't yet. Messiah, it's Messiah, right? We're making a free queue right now, so I can bump you up. Okay, if you're in the chat, you want to get bumped up for free, put your artist name in the chat. All right. Now is the time. Free bumps happening for the rest of the stream. Like some ill shit. Yeah, I got you, Saeed. You're in there. I found it. I'm not mad at the hook on this one. Again, it's just when it gets a little slower. I wish that the delivery was a little bit more on point. Who are the other songs? Samaj and Clarity? Alright, I got you, bro. Hook is catchy, says Kev Speaks Truth. Yeah, I'm not mad at the hook so much. Check out What a Life first. The other is an acoustic demo, says Michael Burnley. Okay, okay. You gotta tell me when we get to it, alright? I like the background too. There's definitely things that I do like about this. I do think that the thing for me that could improve the most is probably just the actual like timing of the delivery. That's it. I feel like the hook section has a bit more engaging if it's going to repeat that often, says Steve O'Papa. Also fair. I feel that way kind of about the whole delivery. Like that's maybe the other thing is just more variation in the delivery style. Especially tonally will probably help a little bit just with like it not feeling monotonous or repetitive throughout. It's a relatively long song too at 4:21. That's a really long rap song. Young Point, let me know the artist name in the chat. And again, if you're in the chat and you're trying to get bumped up for free, let me know your artist name right now. We're bumping you up. Is it Turzy? I can't. The hook was a little too much by the end. Tay Melody on Instagram. Yeah, I think those are the major things for me, right? Like arrangements, background vocals. It's just kind of adding more variation, I think, to the whole thing, like overall. Especially with it being such a long song. Like I think when you get to that length, you have to really figure out how to add more variation throughout. Especially in the vocal too. But for me, I think the biggest thing and the first thing that I really heard was more just the actual like timing of the delivery. No, we didn't play Mac P yet, Chalon, but I will put Mac P in the queue as well. Basically the way this is going to work. So for the next 30 minutes, we're going to do free bumps from the chat. So if you are in the chat, if you're an artist, if you have an artist you've submitted, or if you want to submit on behalf of another artist, just let me know the artist name in the chat. We'll bump it up. We'll put it in the priority queue. We will not listen to the songs all the way through. So this section of the stream is usually more of a rapid fire mode. So we'll listen to about 30 to 60 to 90 seconds of the song. We've got times, maybe a little bit more today. But it's just a way to kind of reward for the people who've been hanging out in the chat and taking part in what we've been doing over the stream. So if you are in here and you have not been paying attention, or you not paying attention right now, you're kind of fucking up, especially if you've been waiting to hear your song played the entire stream, because that is what we're doing for free right now. So if you want to get your music played, it's not a guarantee we'll get through every song, but we'll try and get through as many as possible. This is what that section of the stream is for. All right, Fate from Mars. Thank you, Young Point. I appreciate it. This one's called Entitled by Fate from Mars. I fuck with this artist. Honestly, quite a lot. Everything I've heard, I'm really fucking with. Let us know what you think in the chat. Silk, we got you in the queue as well. Hey. This song's called Top It Off and comes out on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's a rough time to release music, I'm not gonna lie to you. But this shit has got a nice bounce to it. Reminds me of like Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake a little bit. Or some Neptunes shit. Which I guess that was Neptunes as well, so it really reminds me of some Neptune shit. Freight from Mars on Instagram. This is sick, bounces so good. It's so good. I would maybe cut the vocals up a touch, but the bounce is amazing. This is fire. Freight from Mars on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with us. I do like this a lot. You got a little Doechii in you. I've been thinking this. A little Doechii, little Doja Cat in the music you make. It's fire. I love this sound. I mean, I like the project you just came out with recently, but I love this sound from you. Fly as Fuck says Kev Speaks Truth. Dedrick says this is my favorite from the stream since I've been on. Like all time or today. Mix could be a bit cleaner, but this is fire. I agree. Mix could be a bit cleaner. That's probably the thing I would point to as needing a little bit of work, but the energy is there. Love the pockets you get into vocally. We might end up listening to all of this song all the way through, in all honesty. It feels too good. I don't know that I can cut it off. Saeed says this is raw. It's very good. We might have lost Fake from Mars also. I don't know if they're in here still, but this shit is fire. Life of Saeed says this is raw. As always, the YouTube will have the VOD tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hey. Dumb Horde. At Fake from Mars on Instagram. Love the tone and nonchalant delivery. Hangs on to some syllables the extra second. It fits the bouncy production. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree with that. Very good all around. We've got Life up next. Thank you, Mod. And thank you all for listening. Follow my socials. I'm the only mod in here. I know where Bull is at right now, but I'm the only mod in here right now. This is CC Freestyle. Let us know what you think in the chat. I might give you guys a little preview to what we got coming from Shloob on Friday as well. If you guys are interested, shout out to my guy Shloob, who recently signed a Genius distro.
Yo, put up a 50 if you think you G. Niggas want war, but
I know this sample.
Make my dance like Poco Lee. They all been talk, I don't see no threads. You outside niggas ain't out enough. Looking for you, trying to call your bluff. Ride with a stick and I keep it clutch. No NC here, but you.
I'm not mad at this at all.
Yes, of course.
Yo, sorry, mod. Oh yeah, Kev is here. Kev is here. Kev is a mod. Wait, where's your mod badge? The stops are sick. Yeah, I like the stops on the sample a lot. The mix and master on this could be a little bit more loud and a little bit more balanced too. But the song idea is really hard. Nah, it's until 8 o'clock on the dot. I got a life too. Sorry, I spent all day working. This is my post-work activity. Is Whitney Houston? I like this idea a lot. No, I'm just saying. I gotta go at 8 o'clock ish, like 8 to 8:05. Must I imagine you? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing. Whitney Houston. That's what it is. Sorry, it takes me seconds. Sometimes when I get a song, I have to sing through it just so I know what fucking song it is. I love that shit, man. Honestly, Life of Saeed. The song was really good. The thing that could improve for me a little bit is the mix and the master. That's it. You get that down, that's a cool ass fucking song. You're gonna have a hard time clearing that sample if you ever have to. That's maybe the only other thing I would say. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna play this song from Shloob, and then we're gonna get back to yours because I'm excited about this song. It's called Rotation. You might have heard Shloob before. He's part of the Homies as well, out of Louisville, Kentucky. He did a song Wasted Youth with Jack Harlow a few years ago. This one's produced by Rick and Thaddeus, I believe, and also 2 for 1. It's called Rotation. This one comes out on Friday. I'm gonna put the pre-save in the chat for you guys too. I'm pretty excited about this. Put them in rotation. Put them in rotation. I might just pop out in your city, put me in rotation. I might just send you my location, put you in rotation. We scope out all the baddest bitches, put them in rotation. We roll up all the biggest blessings, put them in rotation. I might just pop out in your city. It's got such a nice bounce to it. I fuck with the song so heavy, guys. Vocal delivery's really nice. Kinda tricky. That time I found out who been faking, who been rocking with me. Can't trust my plug that way my shit that nigga had tried to skin me. He's got such a good vocal tone as well. Yeah, it's kinda iffy. That ain't my problem. What up, Young Point? Niggas and they situations never met me, but they jaded. They some distant. If you guys are down, you want to pre-save this one. Like I said, it drops on Friday through Genius Distro. Here's the link in the chat for you guys. And if you want to go follow Shloob, man, shout out to my guy at Shloob on Instagram. Put them in rotation. Put them in rotation. Put me in rotation. Hey. So if you want to submit your music, you still can. Our submission queue is still open. We're in rapid fire mode. We're bumping people up from the chat for free. So make sure you submit in the Google form and then let me know your artist name if you are in the chat. This one's Shloob with Rotation. This drops on Friday. Hey.
chop, I ain't even
I'm excited for you guys to hear more of this music. We got a whole EP dropping with him next year as well. So you're gonna be hearing a lot of Shloob. You're gonna see a lot of Shloob.
When I see him trying to put dick in spine. I was gonna wait outside, but they came out, told me to skip the line. Everybody know that I put that work in, talking about grit and grind. We scope out all the baddest bitches, put them in rotation. We roll up all the
I fuck with this shit.
put them in rotation. I might just pop out in your city, put me in rotation. I might just send you
Play the music. Did you put the music video in here?
We scope out all the baddest bitches, put them in rotation. We roll up all the bitches,
Oh yeah, you did.
put them in rotation. I might just
I love to see it.
city, put me in rotation. I might just send you
Really like the flow. This is Michael Brindley. Super catchy vocal as well. Like, I just think he's got such a good voice. Does a good job on camera. You guys will see that with the music video we have coming up as well. That one's called Rotation. It comes out this Friday. Make sure you go tap in and pre-save the song, all right? At Shloob on Instagram, SHLOOB. We got Drew Empire up next. And then we're going to try and get through as many of these songs as possible. Definitely interesting artist. His last project was really cool, too. Lots of different sounds from him. But this one's got a lot of bouncy Bay Area type shit on it, which I'm excited to get out. Out of Louisville, Kentucky, which is crazy. Alright, let us know what you think. Why Dread Final, Drew Empire. Your voice sounds great on this one so far, bro. At Drew Empire _ on Instagram.
Life got so much to offer. With a pessimist, man, I won't even bother. I know what they want, see a brother.
Can't believe we're gonna hit submission number 19,800 tonight. That is crazy.
Sounds real jazzy, getting a little sassy. Just for reactions, have a good.
It's like that sometimes. Check the rhyme. How are you doing though? I hope you're doing okay. Cedric Dean says, sheesh, fire.
Prime factor, yes, I'm the one. Cash, I'm the riding. Then I share some, yeah. No, the order I operate. Plan, execute, then I go ahead and celebrate.
Still some timing issues on the delivery, but I think your vocal sounds much better. It's definitely got the tone sounds the best it's ever sounded. The timing could still be a little bit more on, I think. Kev says, love that grit. I do think that the vocal is really like dialed in. We're starting to find the pocket for Drew here. What'd you get up to today? Ruben, how's your day?
That is what I believe in. Order the stress on your need in my denim. Black and I'm strong, so they treat me like venom. Guess I'm the villain, cause I'm out here really trying to go and make a killing. But it isn't for.
Yeah, so the other thing that I would say is because there isn't really like a hook necessarily on that one, it does feel really long as a freestyle. Today was a rough week, bro. Honestly, you're not alone in that. Today was a rough day for me as well. Let the roses Let the roses bloom. Michael Brindley up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, we're going to try and stick to that 60 to 90 second window of each of these songs. This is a BandLab demo, a song I recently finished off. All right, cool. Let's get it. Recorded on his phone. The guitar sounds pretty good for recording on your phone, honestly. At Michael Brindley Music on Instagram. I'm not mad at this. I mean, obviously, like, tune the vocals when you do a full vocal recording of it. I love the actual, like, music, though. The chord progression is really nice. And honestly, the vocal's pretty solid, too, considering. Like the second section, this pre-chorus is a really nice chord progression, too. Reminds me a little bit of Niall from One Direction and his music now. Man, I definitely see the vision. You know what I mean? I would love to hear like the fully produced version of this when you get to it. I think the direction is good, even for the demo. Yeah, I can see that, to be fair. Yeah, still very raw rough. I can hear that. That's not bad. I like the idea of the chorus too. Again, it's just finishing it. You know what I mean? I want to hear the more produced out version of it because I feel like that'll give me a better idea of what the song's actually going to sound like. But I think for a starting point, that's really not a bad place to start at all. Dedrick Dean up next. This is for my latest beat tape release. Thank you for the listen. All right. Let's get into it. Scholar, what's up? Dedrick Dean, last call. I think I actually listened to this beat tape, and I do have thoughts because you sent this in for the release calendar on Friday, and I did think like it's long, but we're doing rapid fire, so we're in like 60 seconds of each song right now, and it's not a guarantee we'll get to everybody. We're gonna try and get through as many of these as possible. So if you want to get it in there, you can. Looking like a pre-sale wait list. I love that. We are at submission number 19,800. So if that says anything about how many submissions we have gotten since 2021 when I started using this forum, you know, that is a thing there. There's a question for what? I don't understand that from you, Young Point. All right, here's my thing on this one. Do I support people? Yes, I absolutely do. You can go follow us on Kayvan's house. Boom. This is the account where I make content about the artists we find on stream and stuff like that too. So yeah, after you sent it to me, I listened to it. The thing that didn't quite catch my ear about this, and the reason I didn't playlist it, right, is just like when you're listening to each individual beat, like I think there's still some things with like sound choices, right? So keep working on sound choices, especially on the drum sounds. That was one thing. There's a little bit of dissonance melodically between some of the production elements, like some of the instrumentation and the bass line. That is something that will catch my ear immediately every time I hear a beat, right? So that's something to think about. But I think more than anything, it was just like, I wish there was a little bit more movement in the production, a little bit more variation. And I can play you a beat, like you've maybe heard some of my beats on here, so you know how I approach it as well. Do I support people's social by following and subbing? I do a bunch of shit. So I'll pull up socials as we go, which you just saw me do. I don't follow every single person we listen to, but I will listen to artists, and then when they do catch my ear, then I will follow them when it's like the thing that catches me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep up. And that's truly just how I approach what I do listening to music anyway. And thank you so much, ASB, also. I really appreciate it. I am trying to. Like, this shit is hard right here, bro. Who is this? Newman? Newman 10 steps out of North Carolina. This is you? Yeah, to Raleigh, North Carolina, and this is what it sounds like, bro. And just boom, right here. Newman 10 steps on Instagram. Am I looking to find artists to sign or something? I mean, yeah. I've signed about 7 artists from this community to Genius Distro so far. And then I've playlisted and made content about and interviewed a bunch of other artists from in here as well. So yes. I don't, it's not about you being verified. I don't give a fuck. It's just about how I feel about the music. Yo, this is hard, bro. I love to hear this coming out of Raleigh. Because I'm not gonna lie, the Raleigh hip hop scene was dog shit when I lived there. And it's changed a lot. I don't know, do you know my homie Elijah Rosario? Do you know Masho? Those are the other 2 artists from Raleigh I'm really fucking with the most right now. It's the Bojangles set bedrooms. I don't know, is this on streaming?
Hating ass niggas be the ones in the back. I never lack. With all my brothers just counting the racks. All of that barking is
I fuck with this, bro.
Stacking up stacks since you arching the back. All of my brothers gon' prosper beginning to end.
This came out in 2023. It's got to be out.
We not the same over the lanes, and they still broke 'cause they hate and don't pay.
Even if I don't sign, like I can't sign everybody though, and that's something to. Yeah, Masho's super fire. Night A still work at Genius. Yeah, I think so. I don't talk to him as much because I don't really do the same shit these days, and I kind of exist on an island on my own on the distro side of things. So I just be dealing with like the artists and their teams and then DSPs and curators and stuff. Oh, it is frozen. What the fuck? Thanks for telling me that it was frozen. This is tough. I like this one a lot. I do need to go make sure that I go stream this as well and save it on Spotify. What was that called, man? GBTSA. Yeah, that's getting saved in the playlist right now. Yeah, so actually funny, like me and Night A, I got my first like producer placement with Night A. we co-produced for fucking Soulja Kid out of Florida, which yeah, just random lore about me and Night A. Yeah, that shit was dumb hard, bro. I
Everyone
followed you too. I
knows
liked it a lot.
therapy is-
Two-piece, Juan up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. I love this free section of the stream too, because we get like the most like I'm always just like kind of taken aback by the stuff that we get in this section, so it's always fun. I love doing this part. All right, we got about 10 minutes left. We're gonna try and get through everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got about 7. I'm gonna try and stick to the 60 to 90 second rule though. So I went a little over, my bad. Oh fuck yeah, that's my ankle. When was that? Because I was probably there at that point. It's been a minute. Obviously we don't have the space anymore, but yeah, I used to be in that studio downstairs all the time. Longest with no hook? Minute and a half, 2 minutes tops. Yeah, this is starting out really hard. I like this already.
This is just someone I think.
I kind of love it's like an analog bass too. And I kind of love, it's like a double bass, like a stand-up bass. 2019, I was definitely in the studio then probably, bro. I used to be there all the time in 2019. We might have met. Oh, when these vocals come in. It doesn't need the drums with these stacks, but the upright basses are such a nice touch. I gotta stop that, but I really like that a lot. We got Messiah up next. This one's dedicated to his grandma. It's called 222. Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, we're going to rapid fire. Yeah, I was the director of artist relations at that point. Now I'm the director of A&R on the distro side, and I run like a distro company. So, what were you doing then? Who were you with? Who were you with? Why did you come? I need to know more. Pop that LOL go. What's up? Photo video. Who are you with? TK, like Tim? Adakaro? The kid with $5. I don't know if I know who that is, bro. This is calm. Yeah, bro. This is calm. Allow it. This is pretty solid. I'll agree with this as well. Meezy Messiah on Instagram.
Something's gotta be off. It's just not like a 10 I answer, especially when I call. Maybe her phone is dead. Now wait, on second thought.
There's who sang you such a He was big on Rap Genius Farms back in the day. Him and Nida got pretty close. Okay, that makes sense. That tracks. I probably wasn't there then. I did a lot of artist visits though, because that was my job. So I was doing a lot of the interviews and shit like that on the YouTube side. The beat not list is Young Point. That's probably the thing I don't love as well as maybe the beat. I think the things that could improve, and just for the new people who have joined, the big thing here is we are respectful of people when we give feedback, so just make sure you're being respectful. Even if you have feedback, constructive criticism is great. Just focus on the things that you think could improve or that could be better, and just do it in a way that you would want to be spoken to as well. That's really the big rule. I think for me, so I like the idea of the song. I like the feeling of it overall. I do think there's moments where the delivery could be a little bit stronger. And I always tell a vocalist this, like the thing that I'm looking for from a vocal, especially on like a really painful and emotional song, is just wanting to feel the thing that you want us to feel through the vocal. So instead of you telling me the thing that you're feeling or you want us to feel, I want to feel that through the vocal without having to listen to the lyrics as much. That's maybe the only thing. Delivery needs a little bit of work. Mix needs a little bit of work. The beat's maybe not the most exciting beat, but it makes sense for the song topic and for the direction that you're going in. So I think those are all pluses. But at the same time, like the things that I would work on is probably the mix, the production. All right, Ego, Clarite, Ego off. Let us know what you think in the chat. Same thing on the beat on this one. Production is a little messy. I know, Wixo produced this one, but to me, the production could be a little bit cleaner than it is. This is coming from a producer as well. I produce music, so personally, I like lip music, but definitely, yeah, and that's fine. But it's always good to get fresh ears on something, even if it's something that you don't usually listen to, because sometimes you'll hear some shit and you'll be like, yo, this is fire. I don't listen to this, but I love it, right? All right, yeah, look, my biggest thing on this one, and I have to cut it there because that's the hardest part for me right now, is just there's so much going on in the production that is so overwhelming and a little over like stimulating. So for me, that's the first thing I would point to. Different beats. Maybe don't use that beat. I wasn't so mad at the vocal delivery or the vocal styling, but the production for me on that one, that's the shit that took me out of it, like pretty much immediately from the jump. So I definitely try and get some better beats. He's not so dry and says his pop LOL go. Look, that's gonna happen though sometimes, and that's like a mixed thing as well. It's dialing in, but for me, the biggest issue there is the cluttered aspect of it. It's too much going on, and that is not like, you have to make it make sense. Because when there's too much going on, it's just hard for anyone to focus on. You know what I mean? So, especially as a vocalist, that's probably the first thing I would encourage you to do, is just maybe invest in some better beat choices. All right, this is Porsche by Samaj featuring Messiah. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Smoking certain different flavors off the porch. I'm sipping hood block chili lemonade.
You might not get any lit shit before the end of the stream. We did have some lit shit earlier on, though. It depends on the day. I'll be honest. Like, some days we get some super lit shit. Sometimes we get some, like, more, like, R&B. Like, we got a little underground hip-hop. We get some electronic shit. We get some French house earlier. We had some rock. Like, we get a little bit of everything in here. I like the beat on this one. Vocals feel a little thin. I wish there was a little bit more body in the vocal. They also feel a little mixed down in the mix too, which is burying them, especially under this really heavy bass line. I'm not mad at the production. I actually like the production of this one more than the production on the other Messiah song that we listened to. Definitely more than the Clarite beat as well. But I think the issue on that one and the thing to work on is just making sure that the vocal is the star of the show. I say this to a lot of artists. You don't want to have your vocal be buried underneath the production. A lot of times that's going to be the bass line in the low end. A lot of people just mix like that, so just keep an ear out for that. My team, Tozy, up next. Jangy, you can submit if you want to. We've only got about 3 minutes left. It smells like something's on fire in my room. Maybe not. This is more lit. This is more lit for you. Pop the LOL go. Young Point says W, it's mine. Tozy, how old are you, bro? You sound hella young. You only got YouTube? This is not bad. 14? This is definitely not bad for a 14-year-old. This is very good for a 14-year-old, actually. Baby Santana 2.0 says Jangy. It's fire, not gonna lie, says Pop the LOL go. It's pretty fire for a 14-year-old on BandLab. Yeah, props to you, bro. Good job. No Instagram yet because you're too young, right? But you got a Twitter and a Discord and shit. Tozy, Vibe Vision 2K on Twitter. You be streaming as well, bro? You trying to be a streamer? You trying to stream some 2K? I fuck with it. BandLab changes lives, bro. It really does, bro. Keep working on it. I mean, you're young. You got hella fucking time. You got, yeah. Bozo free OMG. Bozo free gas. Bro, I don't know how the fuck to read that, but he was pretty good, bro. I was making dog shit when I was 14 too. Mood Swings, Mac P up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. What is that name? I don't know, bro. Tuzzy or Mac P? Or Bozo free gas. Bro, I can't even, bro. I can't even. Definitely. Yeah, Bozo free. I don't know. Real quiet 30-second long intro on this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Truly would have lost me on the 30-second quiet intro. So that's probably the first thing that I would say about this one. It starts off so quiet. Like, you gotta think about it from an audience perspective for a second, right? So like, if you are listening to a song randomly, like you're on a playlist, you listen to some shit, it's loud, it's loud, it's loud, it's loud. All of a sudden, it's super fucking quiet for 30 seconds. You're probably gonna skip that super quiet song after 10 or 15 seconds of it not getting louder. Song's not bad. That is the thing that I would hear though immediately, and the reason that I think I didn't playlist it when I heard it, because I know you sent that in for something. I think that it was literally that quiet intro that was the thing that took me out of it. I'm all for a fade in. That's fine. Just make the fade relatively quick. The longer the fade, the longer it takes to get to full volume, the harder it is to keep people in. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like a really, really long fade out. Make it shorter. There's not a need for like a super long fade in or fade out in 2024. People's attention spans aren't that long. You won't have people's attention for that long. You've kind of got to get people in quickly, or they're not going to be in and they're not going to stay in. WTC Silk up next. We only got... All right, we got one more song left. I'm going to play that song. We're going to go to Raid after that. So come on the Raid with us to another music streamer if you want. Attention span's a shot. That's a fact. But you got to use that to your advantage. You got to use that knowledge. You know what I mean? It's like, you can put a song that's a minute and 30 seconds out and catch people's attention like that. You probably get more streams off that shit than a 4-minute long song. It just is what it is. You could build an audience entirely off of short songs and then be in a better place where you can make long songs. So, I fuck with your voice, bro. I do think the vocal could be louder on this one. I feel like the production is a little overpowering on the vocal. Voice is great. Just be like Tommy Richmond. Yeah, shout out to Tommy Richmond, man. He was a fucking OG community member in here as well. And that was one of the things I fucked with back in the day. He makes quick songs. They're fun to listen to. They're easy to listen to. Look, if we didn't get to you today, I'm sorry. It's just like that. I just worked a full 12-hour day as well, so I'm tired. But if you want to join my Discord, please do that. We'd love to have you. We have submission-based things in there. If you want to go follow us on Kayvan's house, please do that as well. You are an OG member. I think for me, the OG ones are like the people who low-key were like here in like 2019 when I first started, 2020 when I first started, because there was really not that many people. That's why, you know what I mean? It was like every stream there was like maybe 15 or 20 people in here, and like it was just so easy to remember everybody then. It's changed a lot. You know, we maybe don't have the biggest viewership in the world, but there's more artists in the community who come in and out consistently. But back in those days, it was like literally the same like 10 artists like every week, like every stream. So I think that's why I consider them like OGs. Same with J-Mac and like Dre Waves and shit. Saki, like they were all in like real early. Haji Gabiota, like mad early. Honestly, even Johan Lennox, we were getting a lot of his shit like early on when he first started making music too. So it's always cool to see people grow and develop. I was WTC by Silk. I like that one a lot. But like I said, the thing that I would improve on a little bit in that one is probably the vocal volume and the way it sits amongst the vocal, amongst the production as well, to make sure that it's the star of the show. All right, this is Waste Your Time, featuring Brianna Knight by Project Mosaic. This is probably our last one of the night, and then we're gonna go hit a raid. Stick around, come on the raid with us if you're here. I'll take you somewhere else where you can send you music. Looks like Big Duck is on right now. Looks like Joint Empire Troop is also doing music feedback right now. Don't love the people who've started doing the same time slot as me, which is a bummer. Drive links are allowed, but like I said, we're at the end of the stream right now. I'll be back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I do this every Monday and Thursday, so just make sure you stay tapped in. It's the same every week. I do this a lot, all right? And there's a bunch of stuff that you can submit for on my Kayvan's House Instagram as well that's free, so make sure you take advantage of those other free opportunities as well, because you can just submit your music all the time. Brianna Knight's amazing, so just get familiar with Brianna Knight's music also. Really incredible neo-soul artist. But this one's really cool. Project Mosaic. I gotta go find this on Spotify really quickly so I can save this in the playlist also. Is this not out yet? Yeah, it is. I got it. If you guys want me to check out more music, I have a whole Instagram like post that's just about listening to stuff that you guys leave me in the comments. And that is like, you can put whatever you want in there. It can be your music, other people's music, new music, old music, all genres. So go to the Kayvan's House link that I just put in the chat. Leave me a comment on that video, and I'll be updating that on Thursday with new content and updating that playlist all week. So just send me your music in there as well. If we didn't get to it today, there's always that opportunity to get bumped up. All right? Shout out to everybody who submitted music today. Again, you guys are the best. I love all the music that I get to hear and find on stream here. It is actually so much fun for me. I'll be back on Thursday, like I said, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you tap in on socials, send your music for the other things. Our community playlist will be updating soon. We are going to go raid our good friend Big Duck Energy Music, who is my favorite music streamer, honestly. He's doing a cool little track battle thing right now. And we'll be back soon. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Thanks, everybody. Bye. And come on this raid with us as well. I see 15 in the chat. Let's take 15 on the raid. A reminder again, VOD will be up on the YouTube tomorrow morning. So keep your eyes open for that as well.
I'm a problem kid. I just wanna be ballin' with my next kid, freshest kid. I'm gonna be the flyest in my cuff. I think I'm making waves. Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Think I'm making waves. Kamehameha. Kamehameha. I think I'm making waves. Kamehameha. Kamehameha.
Follow me on Instagram, bro. Actually, thank you for following me on Instagram.
I think I'm making waves like a Kamehameha Super Saiyan.